fuels and retreat to safe zones to prepare for ignition. All systems go. All systems go.
Hello, and welcome back. How's it going, everybody? Oh, it's getting a black screen on Twitch. Is that what you were saying earlier, Stairs? Why is that going on something? Let's see. Maybe Twitch was working, but why is Twitch not working anymore? Twitch says live unstable, average stream bitrate too high, keyframe interval too high. Ooh, is that something I can change on the fly? Probably not. Let me see settings. It's weird because alright, yeah, so I have it set to Twitch settings. We'll try resetting Twitch. Map showing now on Twitch. Alright, well, I'm gonna just start getting into this. If you guys on Twitch want to let me know if it has started working, great. If not, I'll try resetting Twitch. Lady C is not around as far as I'm aware. Haven't seen her in the chat yet. But how's it going, everyone? I had a little map up here because I was adding invisible roads on all of these things, so that everything now has roads on the map. You can see all the roads, all the craziness, everything, including the trail is in there. Yeah. Hey Z-Man, how's it going? Glad that Twitch is now working. That's weird that it wasn't working at the beginning, but as long as it's working now, I'm just going to ignore the problem. Hey Adabo, how's it going? Alright, so I finished up doing those roads for now, so we'll get rid of that. So we're going to do a few things on my map. Hopefully they don't take super long, but I guess we'll find out. One was actually a suggestion that Z-Man in Space gave me when we were talking about my map last night. I have a figure 8, but he said, what about a nice oval? So I think we're going to put in an oval over here because why not, right? Could be fun. And Mike, thank you for the save and hydrate. I will hydrate. I'm not going to save because I haven't made any changes yet. Mr. Volvo, that is unfortunate that it says that it's frozen. I wish I knew. There we go. I can log in with Twitch Inspector and have it tell me. Huh. I mean, it tells me that my bitrate is. Everything is stable, and I am good using the Twitch little inspector of my thing, so I don't know. Not sure what's going on with that. Hey, Cap, how's it going? Oscar the Grouch is helpful occasionally. You're not wrong, Mike. Although, apparently, they're saying that you were wrong because they're saying it's now no longer working. I guess you weren't really wrong, but it just didn't stay working. Well, on my little preview screen, I can see Twitch, and it seems to be working. I don't know what's going on. But, alright, so let's see, there's the figure 8. So right about here is probably a good place for a nice little oval track. And I don't know, do I just want to do like a very basic oval? Do I want it to be banked? I am doing good. Do I want this to be banked, guys? Do I want it to be flat? Like, I want it to be basically just a... Let's see, I need it to be... how wide is... So that is probably like 15 wide is here. Or 15 wide there, so... We'll probably do something similar. We'll go ahead and change that default width to 15. And let's just go ahead and go... Ovals are definitely American, but they can be a lot of fun. They really can be a lot of fun, especially when it's very, you know, handmade style oval here. Alright, so I just want to see where this is sitting. Like, how it feels, how it looks. Obviously, far from being the final layout. So it'd be a short oval. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I could make the oval surrounding the figure 8, but I don't know. I kind of like the figure 8 as it sits. like I could do like a big oval all around the outside, but then that interferes with my little road that gets you to there and the spawn point. So I think just a separate one would work. Because it's going to be snow, we are going to do a fairly healthy bank on this. All right. And once again, this whole map is kind of set up as a, like, there were a couple real things made by, you know, some company, kind of like a Red Bull company. And then everything else is just, everything else is just going to be basically like it was handmade by the locals. Mike, thank you. I will save already. Yes, there's no texture, I know. This is not actually where people will be driving. That is a weird... let's go ahead and add a node there, and then adjust this node. Well, we're doing a big healthy amount of banking because it's going to be snow, it's going to be slick, and any car that's fast is going to want to fly off, and we don't want them to fly off all the time. We want it to be fun most of the time. I think the recording group would like this. So I do plan to have them play on this again at some point. The problem is my work schedule changed, so I can't really do their normal recording times anymore, which is why you don't see me often in the recording group as of recent in those videos. I have had Red Bull. I've had Red Bull quite a bit, actually. I don't tend to drink energy drinks anymore. I feel like I'm too old, my heart's too bad, I don't need any more reason for my body to hate me. So I try to avoid them as much as I can. Alright, we got another weird thing going on here. There we go. Seen some instances where people got confused on how figure eight works. Yeah, especially in the recording group. They are great guys, but they don't always listen whenever you give them directions. There we go. Alright, you know what? This is bothering. We're just going to go ahead and get rid of the trees now. Density 100 to erase all the trees. Have part of the straight banked slightly the opposite way so it's a bump or something. Well, it's probably going to be a little bumpy just because of how I'm making this and how imprecise I'm doing everything. Like I said, I'm kind of going for... Some local guys decided to build their own track, and this is what they ended up with. Cap, it shouldn't be complicated, but I mean, have you seen the recording group? Alright, so that is an ugly oval. but ugly is kind of what we're going for. Traditional dirt oval. Yeah, this is like some guys in their backyard made a dirt oval is the vibe I'm going for here. Okay, so this can come out that way. This can... this can come out. This can... this oval is going to be snow. All right, so then we can try moving. Okay, so that's a good start. It's a good start. All right, so we are going to go like this and select that whole mesh road, and we're going to drop it down a little bit. And then we are going to go to terrain, and we are going to align with mesh up, which will build up the snow underneath all of that. And then we are going to subtract mesh. And I got some weird things around the outside, but we'll take care of that. Actually, we'll do that right now with some really smooth, and then just go a little... NASCAR snow races. Oh, I don't know. I don't even want to know how those NASCAR cars in BeamNG would work in the snow, because they barely... I mean, they're great, but they are hard to control at speed, even on a prep surface. Octo is an amazing person. He's also one of the funniest people. It's not my place to share, you know, personal stuff, obviously, in the group, but man, even off camera, he is absolutely hilarious. All right, so let's go ahead and make that invisible for the time being. And then we're going to just hit a little bit of that. See, I thought it did improve his driving at least a little bit. Oh, going to the state fair, nice. I do enjoy going to fairs and things like that. And while it was not a fair, it had kind of a fair atmosphere. Last weekend, I actually went to the AMA Vintage Motorcycle Days. If you're in my Discord, I posted a few of the photos that I took in one of the, I think it was in the In Real Life photo channel. All right, well, now we're going to come out and, ooh, there we go. Gotta get rid of that. You know what, Z-Man? You're not wrong. And there are some older stock car type mods out there. So, are you trying to tell me that that's a video that we're going to have to do? car cruises are fun. Yeah. But I get life is busy, so can't always go to all the fun things. Add Willow to the infield. Willow's already on. Willow, actually, that hill climb is now called Mount Willow. So I think Willow's on there twice, and it's named after Willow. So I think that's probably enough for the moment. Yeah, stairs. I have a Discord. It's in most of my. Okay, I will say thank you. It's in most of my video descriptions. Could also probably just come in here and make a new. Let's see. We are going to invite people. Edit invite link. Don't expire. Generate new link. Copy. There. And I will toss this in for everyone. There you go. So that's my Discord. Amel, not a Christmas map, but I have been making just a snow map because there's not enough snow maps in BeamNG. So it's all basically racing. I got like legit circuits. I have off-road tracks. I have stuff that goes down in by the water into the mud. Hill climbs, a soapbox that we did in a previous stream. It's on the backside of this mountain. There's a soapbox track coming down. So, not Christmas, just snow themed. Just because, well, there hasn't been a lot of snow maps in. I think they're quite fun. Alright, so let's just go ahead and hit save. F11, F7, and let's see. Amazing idea. One of the corners had spike pit, so if they slide off, they go. No, possibly. Let's see. I just want to see how this feels. Probably could have been a little wider, but there's also 3 jumps. Yep, the snow jumps. Okay, I gotta smooth that out. And I gotta smooth this back corner out. Okay, and then that dip right there. And Cap does have a channel, absolutely. Cap and I actually have a video that I need to edit, be coming out, yeah, in the next couple weeks probably. So stay tuned for that. Alright, so add rock to the inside of the corner. There will be some trees in the infield for sure. Like I said, we're trying to make this feel, you know, homemade. So definitely things like trees. By the way, those of you that don't follow Cappuccino Beam, they did a fun video released yesterday going over some free demos of paid mods. It was pretty cool. So if you're ever wondering if paid mods are worth it, well, Cap will help you see which demos showcase the mods well. Well, that's a tough question to answer because it's it's been months, but of very often on work. We're gonna lower all this a little bit. Okay, and I needed to smooth this out. And then lower this a little bit. So I did listen. What, but with your video? I was interacting with you in your video during your premiere. I was commenting on the things. I watched the whole thing. Yeah, let's... cappuccino beam. There we go. There's cappuccino beam. There's the link. There. I'll go check out Cap and give them subscribe. Oh, I do enjoy cappuccino. It is tasty. All right. So we have basics of an oval here. So we're gonna turn the mesh road back on so I can see it. It does go faster and faster, Z-Man, when I keep making smaller and smaller tracks. But I am actually getting better at this, which is good. Well, no, Cap, that was because you said don't listen to you. I didn't say I was going to forget everything, but I said, fine, I won't listen to you. Quit lying. Ads are your weakness. You know, YouTube Premium gets rid of ads for relatively cheap, especially if you have family to go in on a family plan. Alrighty, so let's come in here and we are going to do which one? Mesh decal road convert. I need to select this, get from selection, and convert to decal road. Now, if I get rid of the mesh, we now have a decal road. Perfect. Track looks massive next to the D series. I mean, the idea is going to be going, 2 or 3 wide, so that's the idea here. But now, obviously, you see some of this is coming over the edges, so we're going to shrink this up a little bit. But I converted that mesh road to a decal road, and now I can come in here. And unfortunately, I put my chat right on top of where I need to see stuff, and that's just silly of me, but that's fine. I can grab a node and I can I can control A to select all of the nodes, right? And then we're going to take that 15 down to about a 10. There we go. YouTube's not getting money out of me until my channel blows up. And but I'm poor. Yeah, I get it. I just know, if you have, 3 people, family or, quote, family, I didn't say that, and you take the, $20 a month and split it between, 4 people or whatever, it's not too bad. And, Cap, we'll get your channel big at one point. I'm still waiting to get my channel big too. Yeah, it's tough, Stairs, because I mean, as a content creator, ads are literally how YouTube gives me money, but BeamNG, yeah, BeamNG stuff doesn't make a ton of money. Video game stuff in general doesn't make a ton of money on, with YouTube AdSense. And then you take in the fact of how much YouTube keeps themselves, and I get it. All right, so let's see what material we want to do on this one. Dirt. What does Dirt Variation 4 look like? Save and hydrate. Good call. Consistency and quality are very, very big. I mean, there's all sorts of things about finding what the algorithm likes, finding what the viewers like. But, let's see, we make that a little bit bigger. That's not bad. Yeah, liking, subscribing, commenting all help a huge amount, especially early in a video. Because then the algorithm says, oh, people are interested in this. Let me show it to more people. Another thing that helps, which is a lot harder for people to do, is just making, whenever you see a video pop up on your, the things that are, suggested for you, if you watch it from that, that also helps. Hey, welcome back, Mr. Volvo. Stairs, 235 views that is great. I mean, I have videos that do worse than that, so that is wonderful. Emil, I have been doing this whole map in BeamNG. Well, yeah, in the world editor, with the exception of Z-Man. Made the billboard structure for me in Blender. Everything else I've just been building inside the world editor. So it's a snow map full of various types of tracks. So we have like a driven till destruction, very rough track. We have a big hill climb thing. We have soapbox track. We got a, maybe I wouldn't quite say formula, but maybe you could say like a formula style, track. Hey, Lady C, I know you can't hear me because you are not around, but when you watch us later, hello. Hey, Husky. Funny when people search for BeamNG drive stair map and they think I'm gonna get a video. Get me. Hey, there you go. That works. Last time game crash lost about 40 minutes worth of work. Yeah. Save again. Sometimes working in the world editor can have its issues. How do we feel about the texture on this? Hey, Stairs, have a good one. Mike, you want to clarify? I've been drinking water. Make it sound like I'm a drunk over here. All right. We like that texture on the track. Okay, I want to get that bump down a little bit. And I got to smooth that out a little bit. Thanks, Mike. All right, so what I use as my go-to quick off-road vehicle is this guy. Toss one of my colors on there. And we'll just see what this feels like at a much higher speed. Okay, like I said, gotta smooth out that back straight. Yep, and that's the danger of going too fast on this. Perfect. Alrighty. So let's get this back straight smoothened out. Really smooth. Let's get that little point out of there. There we go. Mike, you do whatever you want to do. It doesn't really matter. I don't, you know, I enjoy that I make a few dollars from YouTube and Twitch. Well, actually, I make nothing from Twitch yet. I make a few dollars from YouTube, and we're trying to make it so that I maybe make a few dollars from Twitch. But I have a normal day job, so I'm not relying on this. So you do whatever you want. You want to skip ads, that's fine by me. Even if I am ever relying on this, you know, as my day job, then still, you know, you do whatever's right for you. There we go. Get rid of some of that bump up there. That's not a bad idea, Z-Man. So we're gonna just smooth all that out. And then same thing over here. And then let's come in here to the terrain painter. Mr. Volvo, have yourself a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Add a little bit of ice. How icy do I want this inside lane? We'll paint it with a lot of ice and then come back in with a little bit of snow. So I believe the content creation is paid out based off of how much the ads pay, which is based off of ad time watched, I believe. Well, it depends on the ads. Some ads are pay just to be seen. Some pay based off of clicks. There's a whole bunch of things. In general, watching the ads probably gives content creator more money, but at the same time, you know what? Just skip them and watch me. Emil, I do project management and engineering for my day job, which is good because it gives me money for things like building a gaming computer. But it's bad because it gives me enough money that I will need to make a lot of money from streaming or making videos before I'd be able to quit that job. Cap, building a BeamNG car mod from scratch. Like, if you want to build an entire car from scratch, good luck. That would be a lot of work. Cars from scratch to get the J-beams correct with the correct node placement and the correct stiffness and deformation is incredibly hard. That being said, you can kind of get there with using an automation vehicle as a base or using a vanilla vehicle as a base and then modifying things. I mean, not just a straight mesh lap, because the mesh laps usually end up being bad quality. Yeah, we're going to add some snow back onto here so you have some traction some of the time. Ladies see, you make me drink on occasion. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't disagree with that, but I wouldn't say it. Yeah, so if you guys didn't watch the video from today, I actually have a race with Z-Man and Lady C on a like race till destruction type map, and one that I did not make. Yeah, so Cap, I would definitely recommend start off by making a mod for a vanilla vehicle. Like, oh, I just want to make a new bumper or a new whatever, and start with that. It'll be much easier to get to a point where you feel accomplished, and you won't burn yourself out to the point where you want to give up. Alright, so we want to do a width of about 6 on this, I think. We're going to come from here and... Ooh. Hey, it was only a kind of a demo derby on the end of the one. And I can't believe that you beat me. Mike, you're right. It is the same track that Fail Race is using for their current stuff. All right. So we want to go ahead and change this to let's see, Dirt Tire Tracks 2. No, maybe Dirt Tire Tracks 1. Try that. Dirt Variation 1. None of these are quite looking right. Well, I mean, that's at the wrong scale, but let's take that texture length to 100. I can kind of look all right. And maybe we do make this a little bit bigger to 8. No, that looks like too much snow. Oh, Mike, don't worry. Even hearing about the Demolition Derby part, you'll still love it when you get to it. It was ridiculous. Dirt Variation 2, that could work. That looks like that could look like tire tracks on ice. All right, so we want to do a fade in and a fade out. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna move. Can I? There we go. Inspector over to this side. Of course, now I have to look on the other side of my microphone arm for it. That's fine. Start and end. We're gonna go with 10 for this one. There we go. Save when this bit's done. Save. Thank you. Z-Man, you're not wrong. There's a lot of craziness in our our both videos and just whenever we're just playing games in general. So Z-Man, does that seem like what you were wanting? I still need to do the other side, obviously, but see how slick this is. Oh, that's very slick. I think that's fun. I mean, normally I'd say I don't bully, but I may have been called a bully in this most recent video. So, I guess there is that. All right, now we want to go. We ended up going to 8 on this. Alright, what did I end up using on this one? That was Dirt Variation 2 and a scale of 100. So we will match that on here. Oh, it brought it up over here now. Oh, that's nice. When I had it over on the left side, it was bringing it up on my other monitor all the way down in the corner. So, alright, so Dirt Variation 2 and Texture Length 100. Alright, and then we need to go ahead and change the start and end fades to 10 so that... Oh, that didn't. There you go. That way you get the nice little fade out into that. And then we've got to do the same thing for this. But we will do that to a 1 and a 1. And then get those two. There we go. It already looks super fun to race. It already looks painful to race. But that is kind of what makes it fun, right? Alright, let's save and run some laps and see what needs to be changed. I want to smooth that little transition at the bottom there a little bit. Not bad on this one. Yeah, you cut in down onto that ice and you pay. And I need to get rid of those bumps right there. Alright, so since we talked about it, which one is it? The Blue Buck stock car. This thing will have no grip on here with these tires. Oh, yeah, this would be horrible. Because this is with slicks on ice and snow. So if you swap out the tires, maybe you can do this. Otherwise, you just do that on the ice. Alrighty. Can't go ice fishing. You could try. Alright, so I wanted to smooth out some stuff over here. Terrain tools, really smooth. That little bit right there. And then we're gonna turn the pressure up a little bit and then smooth out that transition just a touch. You know what? You're correct. The 9 bootlegger would be pretty similar to the origins of NASCAR. Lady C says try the ambulance. Z-Man does have a channel. Actually, he posted his video today as well. He was in that video with me. So let me YouTube Z-Man in space. Go here, grab the link, and I'll send that out to all platforms. And Lady C also has a channel. She does not post any content, but I keep trying to get people to subscribe to her because I think it's hilarious if she ends up with a bunch of subscribers without having any content. So, if you want, look at my most recent video or Z-Man's most recent video, and you can find links to her channel as well. So, you can go too wide with an MD series on here. Woo! Alrighty. I'm happy with how this is turning out. Okay, so now we're gonna add some trees back in here, and I only have the one type of trees that are covered in snow, so that's the type of trees that we end up with. Douglas fir winter, and we went at size fine density, we went down at like a 3. Why is that? Oh, because I'm on erase, not paint. That's why. So bring it back down to... If I get injured while at Snowtrax, just let me lie there. I don't trust this ambulance driver. That's fair. And yes, I will add a start-finish line for sure. bleeding out is way safer. You're not wrong. Speaking of things being not safe, add some trees off the track so that if people run wide, well, you won't choose to run wide on purpose. We'll just put it that way. Oh, should I leave that tree up at the top of the banking? That feels a little mean, but let me know if that should stay or not. Okay, so we are going to go with one wide. We'll put it right here to here. Ambulance down Willow Mountain. So that at some point I'm going to have to follow Z-Man's video instructions on how to do various mission type things, time trials, and that might be one of them is trying to get an ambulance down or trying to get a truck and trailer down the mountain. Keep the tree. All right, let's see. This needs to be hidden in Navi. Blank white. M-line yellow. And we will set that render priority to 14. Yeah. Want that to be lower priority. And that's going to be a 1 and 1 on the fade. Don't eat the yellow snow, kids. All right, so new mesh road, dirt variation 04. Do that, and then we are going to new mesh road, dirt variation 04, copy, paste, and we're going to come into decal road editor on our copy and paste, and this is going to become 0.5, and this is going to become INV road invisible, and this will be a 1 lane, we'll go 2 lanes on the right, 1 way, and this will be not hidden in navigation. Okay. Yeah, whenever I get to a good, probably like the 1.0 release, I will probably share it with Amy Leathercap. I have spoken and played games with them before, so I'll probably reach out to them and offer this to them. All right, so we want to add a 8 wide, that, and this will be snowy asphalt road. And we want the end fade to be 2. There we go. Does it save? It does not save, but I usually save before I go and do a vehicle around it. What is my opinion on supercharged hybrid flat 4s? I can't say that I had an opinion on that before you asking me that question. Honestly, for something that I'm driving daily, if it gets me where I'm going and it doesn't cost me much money, it's fine by me. For something that I want to watch run, if it makes a lot of power and sounds and looks fun, it's fine by me. So that's kind of I know that's kind of a non-answer, but yeah, I mean, I don't think I really have necessarily a big big opinion other than, you do you for your driving vehicle and make it awesome for something that I might go watch. Hey Cap, no worries, no need to apologize for that. I'm just happy that people are watching. All right. So what I want to do is come here, copy this, paste it. All right. Should we have this start on the oval for this one? We'll start it on the road. That's what we've been doing for most of ours. Let's rotate that. I want to switch this to that. Rotate that. Move that up. Okay, so this is Spawn Sphere 113. Sid, how would you want me to put you there? Just like your name on something? Let's see. All right, so that was Spawn Sphere 113. Let's open up mods, unpacked. Lady C with a super sticker for $4.99. Whew. I like it. Thank you very much for that. Little trumpet players. Appreciate it, Lady C. Okay, Snowtrax, levels, Snowtrax. Info. All right, so we are going to copy that, including that comma there, add that in. Sid, a channel member? I don't believe Sid is a channel member. I will put channel members into here at the 0.5 or at the 1.0. I'll update it. And this is going to be called the Snowval. And that was Spawn Sphere 113. If I was smart, I would rename them in here to be whatever they are, but that seems like too much work. And this will just be SNO, and we'll get a picture for that later. Actually, what's a good vehicle for picture? Maybe we'll try the bootlegger. A sign or something like that. So the problem is I'd have to figure out how to model the sign and then come up with a graphic and then import it in. because I don't have anything like that. I mean, I have the billboard, but it's yeah. All right. So what about right about there? Go to photo mode. We're gonna change the sun direction to make it look a little better. We're gonna change the field of view to make it look better. There we go, normal. But Sid, I'll see if I can come up with something for you. All right, you've been following the channel for a long time. I'll see what I can come up with. Okay, so let's come in here and go to screenshots. All right, so we are going to do save as, and this is going to be JPEG, and it's going to be SNO. Save. Okay, and I'm going to resize that real quick. Lady C, you're going to just get people to start hounding me every time to put stuff in here, aren't you? She's not even listening to hear me say that. Alright, so let me copy what we just did into here. Oh, why didn't that copy? Try that again. Copy, click, paste. There we go. Okay. Terrain, really smooth. We're gonna get rid of that little bump there. Alrighty. The chat does have a big delay. It's because I stream in 4K on YouTube, and plus I'm also not reading it as soon as I see it. But yeah, streaming in 4K there you can't use low latency mode. But I record and do all that stuff in 4K, so I like just keeping it all in 4K. All right, so there's our oval. I may make some modifications to it at some point, but for now, it's pretty good. All right. You know what? I have an idea. I don't know if this will work. Oops. if I change just one of these, does it change all of them? Yes, because it's yeah, because it's based off the thing. Yeah, Sid, I'm not going to be able to make a billboard or anything. If I do make a billboard, I might try to put all of you that have been around here for a while, Sid, Mike, Mr. Volvo, Cap, Stairs, you know, all of the regulars that are been in here for a while. You know, I might, you know, throw all your names on a billboard with like, yeah, thanks for people keeping me company, but I'll have to do that off camera, because I'm gonna have to basically create a second billboard with second set of materials, and that's gonna be really boring to have you guys watch me try to figure that out, because I don't know. Yeah, SR71, absolutely good call. All right, so there was another thing I was thinking about doing, and I might try to do it now. We are going to go with a 25 on this. And this is going to be not hydrating. Oscar the Groucho 59. You just want to get in there twice, don't you? There you go. Saved and drinking water. Hey, Wyatt. Thank you. Yeah, I need to get back and work on that. It's just a matter of finding time to... I have so many mods and this map and videos and everything. But glad that you still enjoy it. I would love to go back in and update it and fix some things on it. Just need to find the time. There's not enough time in the world, guys. Not enough time for most of the stuff. Ask Spieler about the signs. So that's what I want to do with that billboard. It's just going to be making a second. Basically, I just need to go in and duplicate the billboard and give it a new texture, and then the new texture go into Photoshop and make, you know, the adjustments that I want to make, you know, make it say whatever I want it to say, kind of thing. So it's not going to be necessarily hard. It's just going to be a little bit of time consuming of me figuring out the exact stuff, just because I haven't done that before easily, that it's going to be boring for you guys to try to watch. All right. So we are going to come in here and erase density 100. So if you watch my video today, you might be able to guess the kind of track that I want to build today. And that's what this is going to be. It's probably got the way easier to do. I have looked at his map. That's actually... So he gave me permission to use one of his maps as a baseline for starting this map. And so I got to see his billboards in there, and that's exactly how he did it. Was he had the same billboard as in there a few different times, duplicated, so that each one could have a different texture on it. That's actually how I got the idea, was from him. But yeah, that is definitely the easiest thing for... actually, there you go, Sid. That's a tip for first-time map maker, is don't do stuff that people have already done. Don't try to relearn it. Look at how they did it and learn from what they did. Hey, Gav, how's it going? More map building. Yep. Yeah, we added this oval in here for some oval racing. No, not sick. A little tired, but also I think this is just how my voice sounds. Alright, so this needs mesh road. That one down and over. Alrighty. Yeah, Gav, if I could not work on Wednesdays, I would be there. I'm sad that I missed it. But we'll have to do another soapbox race on your map and then one on my map here as well. Alrighty, so we want to go ahead and start with that. Yeah, Gav, let me know when that's going to happen. I'd love to join if I'm able to. Alright, so we are going to open up terrain. And let's line up. Yeah, Gav, I will definitely teach you automation. Neil said he also wants to get automation. I offered to give him a crash course as well. So maybe one of these days we'll have to do an automation build off, and it'll give me a chance to actually beat you guys in something. So let's do this, and then we're going to subtract mesh. Son, you'll get practicing. Sounds good. I need to get practicing, get back into the swing of things too then. Automation build off sounds cool. Yeah, which Cosmo and I have been trying to coordinate our schedules, but things keep interrupting to get back into our build and race. Hopefully we're recording another one here very soon. Like in the next handful of days. That's the plan. We'll see if if that actually ends up being able to happen. Gav, look forward to seeing your build. Cap, progress is going good. I think the oval, or the Snovel as we called it, is pretty much done. Oop, that's figure 8. There's a Snovel. And now I'm starting on a new track, which I think we'll see how this one goes. I'm going to move the asset browser onto my other window so I can take a look at this and come up with ideas. Alright, so let's see which of these things can I use? Okay, I think this is the right place here. Let me see. I thought I had all this stuff available already in here, the stuff that I was looking for. Is it under this? That's where I just was looking, right? I swear this had like everything. Sorry guys. Okay, so two. Oops, wrong. I hit Shift C instead of Control C. Rookie move. All right, so let's go ahead and save this. F11, F7. Yep, that's big enough to get cars through. And this is big enough to get cars through. And these should have collision, right? Yes, they do. Perfect. All right. So you might start to get the idea of the kind of thing I'm going to end up doing with this track. All right. pipe on a track that you got to go through it. That could work. Let's see, where's... These rotated a little bit. How big and devastating are these? There's a path through the middle that I'll get rid of. Yeah, that could work. There we go. Yeah, so this is going to be a even more destructive than my Race Till Destruction map, which is right over here. This is going to be worse than that. At least that's the goal. I am going to steal some ideas from that other one, though. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Let's see. What do I want to... I feel like I need to copy over stuff from other maps, which I thought I already had in here, but I'm not seeing them, which is really annoying because I would love to just be able to drag stuff over and have it already work, but I don't think that's going to be doable. Let's see. Any of these? Okay, so it's not under shapes, miscellaneous shapes. I swear I saw the stuff in here before, and it's really annoying me that it's not. I can't find it at the moment. This one's all Italy. Is there anything in Italy that I want to use? Okay, so here's what we do. We come into the content, levels, and let's go to grid map 2. What does this have in it? So we're gonna go art, shapes, objects. Not any of those. Okay, so we want to go to DAE files, and then I'll have to do the texturing of all this later, but we can just copy all of that. Hey, well, thanks for sticking around as long as you did. I appreciate it. And that's going to go into this folder, unpacked, Snowtrax, levels, Snowtrax, art, shapes. And this will be a new folder called grid map objects. And paste that in there. Perfect. All right, and then we come back in here, and then let's see. I think I can just reload this, right? Refresh directory. Okay, so those are not showing up, so let's go ahead and save this. And we will Control L, reload the Lua. Lua finds new folders. Okay, so now do I see... I don't see it in here. Why not? Isn't that where I just put it? So, unpack, Snowtrax, levels, Snowtrax, art. Shapes. Grid map objects. Snowtrax, art, shapes. I don't see the grid map objects. So we just do this, quit, and start it back up. When in doubt, restart it. Turn it off and on again. It works for so many things. And we can take a look at did I not save this? I did. The snowball. I don't see the snowball. Am I just missing it? Yep. I'll have to take a look at that later. Maybe it wasn't saved before I did that. Alright, well, we can still start over by the figure height. Okay. F11, and let's see if this all actually shows up this time. Snowtrax art shapes. Why does it not have, like, you guys see that, right? Grid map objects is a folder in Snowtrax art shapes. But then I look at Snowtrax art shapes. I think Gus would make an excellent thumbnail car. No, I did save, but for some reason, my grid map objects folder is not showing up in here. It should be right in here. If I just name it grid map. And then there's all my DAEs in there. And I come back in here and regenerate asset data, refresh directory, refresh assets. And I don't see grid map in here. Why is that not a thing? Okay, what if we try to change this up? I take all of this, Control X, come back, go into objects, which does exist, Control V. Skip those files. Alright, so now if I come into objects and refresh directory and get rid of filter, so SGM is the name of all of those, and they're not showing up. Let's Control L again. Load all the assets. That makes no sense to me. I don't understand why those assets aren't showing up. Let's just I also don't know why the Snowball is not showing up. Snowtrax art shapes objects, and they're not in here. Are they down in this one? They shouldn't be. Nah, that's just the generic stuff. I don't get it. Doesn't make sense to me. Like, you know, show in Explorer. Oh. I think I know why. And it might be because I'm an idiot. We're just going to go to a different track, and you'll see why in a moment. Got a new fan. Always enjoy a new fan. Mods. Snowtrax 0.67. Deactivate. Snowtrax unpacked. Activate. Main menu. Control L. That right there is my scroll wheel. Whenever I push the button, then it makes no noise and it doesn't ratchet. So now I come in here and there's this Novel. And if I go in here, I'll see all the stuff. Basically what happened was I was making changes in my working directory, but I still had the, you know, the deployable, the finished type directory open. So it didn't, it was showing me the wrong thing. Oh, getting ready for the fair. Enjoy. And fan for walking. I assume it's hot there then. Alright, so we want to back here. F7, there we go. F11. And now I will have that stuff available. Objects. So many more things. All right, let's see. Ramp. That could work. Oh, adding in this many new things. I bet you it's trying to make CDAEs for everything right now. All right. So we're going to come in here and find what's a suspension drop look like? Nothing. I hope it keeps you cool, Muhammad. Okay, we're gonna stretch that out. All right. Can I drive the truck from back there in this view? All right, I forgot to add collision. Okay. This. And we'll go visible mesh final, visible mesh final. And then I might need to control L to get the visible mesh to, yeah. Alright, well, enjoy, Mohammed. See you when you get back if I'm still streaming. I might need to actually reload it to get these to have collision, so let's see what else we want to add in here. Z-Man, you missed me being dumb and working in the wrong folder, but it didn't cause much pain. And then, yeah, started working on the destructive elements of this, finally. So, we're gonna get this figured out. Alright, so then if I come in here and do terrain, align with mesh up. I assume that it doesn't actually do the bumps, so let's double check that though. Yeah, it does not do the bumps, but that's fine. Yes, this is a race till destruction thing. I'll have to come back in and do all the texturing later, but figured at least get something working up with this. And then subtract mesh. All right. Nope, we don't want that. Did you hear your suggestion about Gus? Yeah, we may end up doing that, but we're far from that point. If that's what the suggestion was. Gonna throw a little pipe in here. your suggestion for this track. Let me see. What was your suggestion on this track? What's the track going to be? You think Gus would make an excellent thumbnail car? Did you hear my suggestion? No. I don't think I did get... Muhammad, I don't control the ads. That's controlled based off of what you watch, so I'm not going to judge you, but it sounds like you're judging yourself. Subtract. Oh no, oh, you said filming the destruction one. You'll have to remind me because I don't recall what that was at the current moment. Alright, so we want to have... Oh, making a similar destruction course on your snow map. Yes. Yes, yeah, you did. So I want to make one that's not on snow, but, you know, when D-Man was telling me yesterday about, like, you have a lot of extra space, it's like I do, and then I know you said about making one on here, and I've been wanting to make one. I was like, yeah, you know what? Maybe that'd be a good thing to stream today. So, you guys can all blame... You can all blame Lady C for helping make this a thing today. So, if I do the terrain tool, align up with mesh, that is actually, I need the softness at 100, I think. But is that, it's not bad. And then we will copy and paste and move that one here and spin that. And we will do a similar thing with this, align up with mesh. And then we can select this and hide it and hide the other one. And then we're going to come back in and just do a little bit of a smooth so that if you don't jump that, you can still make it up. But alrighty. I'm not sold on these things. I might actually get rid of that. Do want to put something there, but not sure what. Save if I haven't recently. I will save again. Thank you. Okay, so actually what I want to do before I get much further is we're going to do terrain paint. And this is going to be a mix of snow and asphalt 2. Yeah. Asphalt ground. We'll do that. Then we're going to go and paint a lot of this with asphalt, and then we're going to end up coming back in and getting rid of a lot of it and making it snow. Like having parts where the road is basically broken. Alright, so that's the start of it. I'm gonna reload the Lua. And I don't think the collision data will work yet. No. Let's see. we'll figure out what to do here. It might just be the downed logs and I place them by hand. You know, make this section with snow again. This part, whenever I get the collisions worked out, you'll have to drive inside the tube and then you'll go up through the tube. But right now, obviously the collisions aren't set up yet. And then we got the snow jumps here, which we'll see how rough they are. Oh, those are going to be rough. Yeah, you'll want to slow down for those. And then we haven't added anything yet to the rest of this, but I do have a big drop here, which we will smooth that out a bit. Quite a bit, obviously. Alrighty, so I'll work on this for a little bit longer, and then yeah, gotta get some other stuff done today, so I'm not going to work on this all night, but there we go. So if I come in here and change this to visible mesh final, if I pre-build the collision data on that as well. And then, oh, you know what I can do over here? I have an idea. We can come in here, vehicles, shipping container, do the 40-foot, put that in my color, spawn new. Okay, F11, take this. First thing to do, make it can save. That means it is savable. And thought there was a place where you could make it so that people cannot tab to it, but maybe that's, I might have to look into that because I don't remember that. Oh, selection enabled. Oh no, that's within the tools. Well, regardless. Oh. Can I really just not do this? I thought I could just drop this in and have it. Let me look at this closer. Put it on my other monitor because it's bigger. Okay. I want this in not as a vehicle, but as an object. Can I do that easily? No. Okay. So we will delete that. And then I'll probably have to bring it in as a separate DAE. So that'll be something for another day. But I think I'd maybe put cargo containers that you're riding across the top of here and have them all slightly misaligned. Alright. Out of curiosity, now if I come out of here, come back in here, guessing this still isn't working, in which case I'll have to figure out. Oh no, that is working now. Nice. So let's see how the tube works. I think that could be fun. And then if slow down on this, that's going to be rough no matter what. I mean, unless you baby it, which you can, you just go very slow and people can pass you. But I mean, if you, even if you, I'm not sure that that's much better. Let's see, I have an idea for something. Alright, so right here. What was this called? SGM pipe metal. Z-Man, I hope you attempt that. Actually, I mean, you can try driving up there. It gives me some ideas for other tube type things. Alright, but let's go back to the idea I just had. SGM. Oops, I always do that. Put a bunch of pipes in here. I'm going to put some shorter pipes on top that are staggered a little bit. How tall are these? Let's drive over to there real quick. Yeah, I forgot they won't have this yet, but they need to be a lot lower and smaller. There we go. We still might need to come down a little bit, but we'll give it a try and see. Alrighty, so very good, so I can beat you on this one too. It's a very good possibility. This is going to be hopefully quite destructive and a whole lot of luck involved. So regardless of how good or bad you or I might be, this may just be a who knows who's going to win. Okay. Okay, all of these, we want to change those to visible mesh final. Whoa, that was interesting. And then if I just do Control L at this one, probably won't load that in until I reload the whole world, but it's worth trying, right? Yeah. All right. Okay, so we are going to come in here and do terrain, down, pressure low, softness, there. Add some potholes, you know, spieler sized potholes. Okay, and let's come in here and paint some snow. Snowy 2. There you go. We do want to raise height just a touch over here. Oh, that's way too much pressure. Down. Oh, really smooth. There we go. And then actually we want to align with mesh up on the back side of this. And then really smooth that. Nope, we need to go even higher. Okay, now we can really smooth. That'll be good for the moment. All right. Well, I think I'm actually going to end the stream there tonight, guys. Let me hit save again. It's been a few hours. I'm getting a little tired. So, yeah, 2.5 hours. So, we're going to end it there. I'm going to work on this some more off camera. And then hopefully by the time, next time you see this, it'll be a very destructive, crazy thing. We'll see. We'll see what it is. All right. Well, I'm going to say thank you all for watching. Thank you, Lady C, for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Thank you to all the channel members, which includes Mike, Jeffries, Lady C, Z-Man in Space. I think you guys are the only only channel members that were in the stream tonight. I'm looking back through this to make sure I didn't miss anyone. And, yeah, no problem, Z-Man. We'll have to, erase this hopefully sometime soon. And, yeah, with that, I'm going to say thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a good night. Thanks, Cap. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks, Wyatt. Thanks, Stairs, Adabo. I already said thanks, Mike. All the regulars that are in here. Amel is new. Muhammad has been around a few times. Thank you all. Really appreciate it. Thanks, Cap. I appreciate it. Mr. Volvo was in here earlier. Anders, Husky Plays. All sorts of people tonight. So, Sid, I think I said earlier. So thanks, everyone. Have yourself a good night or a good day, depending on where you are in the world, and enjoy. We'll see you later.